One.
Yeah.
ThatOneGuy versus Tapioca. This is gonna be a good match. ThatOneGuy is a pretty strong opponent. Has been joining a lot of races and winning a lot of races.
Is it winners?
This.
Oh no, that one guy lost, I think.
Yeah. ThatOneGuy just lost their previous match, whereas Tapioca's been fighting it out in the lower bracket ever since losing in the first round. Has had to pick up 3 wins to get here, whereas I bet ThatOneGuy is only 2-1 right now.
You can
which
check.
We can take a look at in greater detail. Sure enough. Oh yeah, the Outrigger match against Ness Kamikaze.
That was cool. I like that game.
It was a Dreamcast port of an arcade first-person / third-person shooter with a really fast pace. And a lot of players had never really played something like that before in Mystery Tournament, I think. So that was cool. And that went really well. Not as well as Cranked, who joined the race and beat it in 10 minutes. But honestly, not too much slower, I think, was ThatOneGuy. And then they played a pretty cool submission after that.
Oh, hell yeah. SSX3. Such a great game. And I think it makes for such a good race because you're always making progress. It's almost impossible to not go down the mountain. Just about doing it faster than your opponent and jamming to the cool soundtrack. Not doing it, I guess, because you're gonna lose time. You get lost in the soundtrack.
And then we definitely cast the match, ThatOneGuy versus Xuno. And it was pretty close.
It must have been a while ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't recent.
Wonder why that isn't on the played games list.
So this is funny. The game that has been pulled for our upcoming match is a Rentry. It has a Rentry that I made up myself, completely, almost from scratch, with a ton of information.
Yeah, what
to help make it go. There's some levels that are very confusing.
Like Power Blade is an NES game I once played, and you need a map basically. But it was a pace spin, so there was no map, so it was just like describing, okay, so first you go to the right until you get to a ladder, and then you go up, and then on the second screen you go left. There's a guy you need to talk to. It was horrible. It was horrifying. And then Tapioca played Overclocked, a really cool game that was in top 8 of MT
14.
Yeah, must have been. I played against Cernica.
Yeah, I tested it, I remember it.
Kind of a fast-paced, I would call them dash platformers. Like Celeste is a dash platformer. Hollow Knight is a dash platformer.
Jangler's right. Xuno defeated Tog in Wild 9.
Oh,
that was a Blasto Core game.
I did not find that. I'll have to look at that. I think that's on the played games list.
Yeah, but it was a brilliant move at the end of basically the final level of the goal that earned Xuno the win and sent ThatOneGuy down to the lower bracket. We also saw Trikaya. I say we, but I didn't see that match.
Trikaya, yeah, it was like a first-person puzzle game, obviously made by students, so it was kind of, I don't know, a single-man project, and you could tell because it was missing a lot of polish, I think. And then Snowdozer lost in Sapnak, which was, that was the fantasy action puzzle game, right?
Yeah. For the Sharp 68,000. Really wild. You could freeze and unfreeze statues and they would move around with you, and it wasn't so easy to get rid of them, so you had to kind of hang them up on different parts of the environment while dodging enemies.
It was cool. It's like cool game. It was like an okay Sokoban.
Yeah, sort of. It had had the same sort of feel to it. And then Jumpman was a sort of slightly psychedelic sort of platformer with N++ style physics. Very momentum heavy. And also a pretty cool game. Pretty long and pretty hard. But this is not the only match we have for today. So if I switch like this...
You're really into this now. Yeah.
Schrammbles versus AaronDobbe. They are also playing. Schrammbles has this monstrous 73% win rate, which is pretty scary. It has never actually made top 8, but I feel like they absolutely could. And then AaronDobbe is also really strong. This 50% win rate, I feel like, doesn't do them enough justice. They're absolutely savage in puzzle games, and solid otherwise. So I think this is going to be a really good match. I guess if I had to give an edge, especially in the game I know they're playing, a bit of an edge to Schrammbles here, but not much.
I agree.
Some of the games they played to get here include Kururin Squash, which is, I don't know, how do you even describe spinny stick through a maze sort of game?
Yeah, it's like in German it's heißer Draht, like an electrified wire, where you try to navigate a thing through. It's kind of like that, except...
Don't touch the sides, yeah.
Except it's spinning, but I mean, that's more like alternate version of the hot wire thing.
And then Castlevania, The Adventure Rebirth for the Wii, conquering a tricky, gotta go backwards situation, as well as like some split routes and stuff. That was kind of a weird one, but it was just Castlevania at the end of the day. And then losing to Calco in a very close race of Lovely Planet Remix, a first-person shooter with a cute aesthetic and an emphasis on speed and precision, I guess. AaronDobbe played Little Samson against Soapy Gnome and picked up this loss early. This was an extremely close race. It all came down to one game over and a bad spot from AaronDobbe, and was unable to catch up after that, but has been on a tear in the lower bracket, beating Ringadon in Sarah's Run, a pretty cool third-person 3D gravity-changing platformer.
Really? I didn't see that. That sounds cool.
Yeah. It was. We were considering even for top 8, it was so cool, except it's kind of unfinished, so it's a little bit half-baked. It's got no music. The graphics, like everything kind of looks the same, so there were some things against it. But there's a very cool concept there that unfortunately I feel... I read that it's not going to continue to get developed, unfortunately. So that's a little bit sad. But AaronDobbe won again against Nico Jazz and Ultraman Ball, a classic ball game we love around here. I don't know why Ultraman turns into a ball in that game and why they made him, but they did, and it's pretty good. And then I don't know what AaronDobbe played against Bregnerman.
I don't know either. I checked and it didn't say. But the races are ready. Let's have a look.
At Kyatto, Ninden, Teyandee. This is Samurai Pizza Cats, basically.
Oh, I thought these guys looked familiar. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
What is this?
They're going to be beating the whole game. It's a pretty quick game, and they've got a Rentry with a lot of info, because there is a lot to take in. You've got 4 different helper cats. Also, your main character, you can choose between 3 different cats. Hopefully they read the part where I said they should be choosing the first cat, the white cat. I don't think it's a big deal if they don't choose the white cat, but everything will be equal. And I think he's the best one because he's got the best super, because you've got different ninpo. You can see in the bottom left, you start with the shuriken. Every time you pick up this weird little Japanese symbol that Tapioca has, it upgrades your ninpo, so now they've got this triple fire thing. If you pick up another one, it upgrades to a super screen-filling attack that does a ton of damage, and your goal should be to have it for every boss fight. AaronDobbe actually went back to a previous screen, and the ninpo is still there to be picked up, so you can pick it up again to get your screen-filling ninpo, which is what Schrammbles has, actually. I think maybe that's what they did. It's a good idea. It will save more time on bosses than you will lose picking up a ninpo twice. None of them have switched cats yet. You can have 4 different helper cats. I've included a little graphic I made to explain who they all are visually and what they do. Dig cat digs dirts. He digs dirt really slowly, so you almost never want to do him unless you have to. Swim cat swims good if there's water. Fly cat, like we see here for Tapioca, flies and is really good. Obviously, like the flight is really good for all kinds of reasons, like you might imagine. And then Punch Cat, the big purple one, he can punch boulders to break them, like the ones that Schrammbles is in front of right now. So is consulting the pace cats do I need? There it is. You need to hold against the boulder in order for it to actually break. That's in the tips section, and it's a little janky. There it is. Has it now. Everyone else in the boss fight. What did I miss? You can pick up a little cat bell that'll refill your help meter. It also refills naturally, slowly, when you are playing as the main cat. And then other than that, the players have some screenshots to tell them where to go in certain parts of the level.
Tapioca died?
No, this is the second level. Tapioca is in the lead. Your ninpo resets between levels, so Tapioca could have like gone back down that ladder, picked up the ninpo again to get that third ninpo.
It's actually called Ninpo in this game. Is it ever called Ninpo in Ninja Gaiden?
I think so. I mean, that's what the runners of that game call it. But I don't know.
But
I don't actually know if the game calls it that. Here's the first screenshot. Don't go down the ladder, you go right. Nice.
Okay. What's down there?
It's an alternate path. There's some water that you can jump over at one point. Or I assumed you had to jump over, but you can actually go in the water and swim, and you'll come out on that ladder. So there's lots of things like that with alternate routes. And it would make this game not good for a blind race, so I told the players to always go to the right, and then gave them the only cases where going right is bad, and told them not to do it. And hopefully this is enough to prevent anyone from looping around and going completely the wrong way and making this kind of a bad choice. Because otherwise, I think this game is pretty cute, it's pretty fun, it's great. The goal is to beat the whole game.
Yeah, that's unusual for NES games in MT.
Yeah.
Unless we're
So
talking...
Tapioca's into the third level. Pretty big lead.
Unless we're talking lawnmower.
AaronDobbe is into the boss fights. You can slash this fish as it goes by, and you will kind of knock it back. It feels like, oh, it's just going to run into me after I hit it, but
yeah.
You will actually repel it when you hit it. But only if you're hitting it after it starts moving. If you're standing right next to it, you can get multiple hits, but then it is going to go through you afterwards. But that's fine, because you can take like 10 hits in this game. Tapioca needs to switch to Fly Cat to get some height here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, pretty low on life for AaronDobbe. Oh, gets the kill. Nice. There are sort of hidden checkpoints in some levels anyway. Some of them don't have any checkpoints. So the players don't really know what the consequences are going to be for dying.
Like in the Donald Duck game.
Here's a split. Tapioca could go up, but it's going to go right. I don't know which path is necessarily, like, better. But right gets you through the stage. So I didn't want to be like, here's 17 screenshots to look at throughout the race, right? I chose a set of instructions that was the easiest to follow to not get lost. So Flycat's pretty good. There's several spots where you can skip doing some platforming if you're flying. But he drained... Oh no! That one guy... Okay, I thought I was going to go down the ladder. That would have been bad. He drains the help meter really quickly. So I do think the player should be using him more, but it's very easy to use him and then run out.
It's like Rush Jet.
Yeah. AaronDobbe was going to go up, but then realized there's a door. I'm going to go through there.
Tapioca
So here's the
is
thing.
so fast.
Yeah, is absolutely killing it.
Oh, he's also dying, but... Oh, never mind.
Oh,
He's
wow.
killing it.
Yeah, this boss, that was really well done. That one guy's using the super ninpo for the flying cat instead of the main cat. I don't think that does as much damage. And it's pretty low on life. Really cannot afford to die here with Tapioca already being on the 4th level.
Tapioca is more than a level ahead. Crazy.
I didn't talk about it, by the way, but this a lovely, cute dash animation. Oh my gosh, Schrammbles just fell. Okay, it's not that bad. But you do need to switch to Flycat here and fly a little bit. But the dash animation is double tap to dash, unfortunately.
Oh no.
That was a death from that one guy to the boss. I think this is the start of the stage? No, it's not. It's just before the bot. Okay, nice. Very close on the bottom. Can AaronDobbe hold on with half a heart? Also, gets the last hit on the boss, 1 hit away from death.
What Schrammbles has to follow suit, I think.
Yeah. So this boss, it's possible to get more hits if you're more aggressive than just the one every time, but it's a little bit risky.
Oh no, Schrammbles is getting hit more than once.
Oh man. Dash jumping into the boss is pretty risky, but also gets the kill. So very close race on the bottom. Not so close on top.
It is crazy.
Tapioca.
I just noticed like it's Tapioca versus that one guy. That one guy may be going out here.
Yeah. Although that is a death on stage 4 here for Tapioca. Maybe there's more checkpoints than I thought. Let's do a life check. That one guy has no more lives.
One guy is so far behind.
Yeah, boss fight of the 4th stage for Tapioca. That one guy just getting to the boss of the 3rd stage.
Yeah.
A pretty long fight. And doesn't have level 3 Ninpo either, whereas Tapioca does have level 3 Ninpo, so I think only needs like 2 or 3 more slashes to finish this guy off. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Well, not a great start to the fight for that one guy. Oh, that is death. And it's a game over, like I said, at 0 lives, so no checkpoints back to the start of stage 3. There is a 2-stage difference on this top race. Schrammbles picking away at the boss with a couple shurikens. I think shurikens do the same damage as your main attack. I think almost everything does the same amount of damage except for the level 3 Ninpos. That's a boss kill. AaronDobbe. Pretty close behind. So here's some dirt that Dig Cat can dig. Tapioca can jump up and dig straight up into the ceiling, but notice this little bit here. Okay, now understands this is how Dig Cat works. Dig Cat is very slow. Also, like, I don't know how to stop digging, so like this guy's gonna hit him and he's just gonna get hit.
Why can't Dick dig through stone?
Schrammbles also needs to figure out what to do here.
Like if Dick Cat can dig through the regular stone and Strongman can punch the strong stone, why can't Strongman punch the regular stone?
Yeah. Good question. Alright, both players have done that. Tapioca's in a section of this level that if he just keeps going right, it loops infinitely. You need to go up this ladder, which I provided a screenshot, and then there's another one that's like this very next ladder, you also want to go up this one. Okay, going
The green
right.
guy tells you. He's like, up there.
AaronDobbe with a clutch kill at half left on the boss, so it goes into the 5th stage as well.
Classic.
Half a stage behind Schrammbles. ThatOneGuy defeats the boss of stage 3 and goes into stage 4. But if Tapioca gets the kill on this boss, we'll see.
This guy has
Gotta
fans.
jump up, hit him in the face.
Oh, nice.
I think the players have kind of figured out. Oh,
There was one attack too much.
Okay, has this checkpoint on this weird screen that Tapioca did not see at any point. But when he goes up this ladder, I think they'll see where they are. Yeah. And you go right. Schrammbles in the boss fight with half a heart immediately goes down. Kind of to be expected. AaronDobbe in the 5th level. His turn to figure out what the deal is with Dig Cat. Oh, okay, so this is tricky now because switching to Punch Cat and like punching the block from here is weird, and you don't have that block to stand on anymore. I was still able to do this by having the block one away, which it looks like, yeah, is gonna have. So this is doable. Oh, that's Flycat. Flycat can't break that.
Not flying.
But oh yeah, this is awkward. But still, like, it's not going to be that much slower than it was for the other players because of how much digging they did. Oh, come on, that was good enough. Stupid Punch Cat.
Oh no.
Oh, we gotta Schrammbles try to behind the boss strat on this guy. Didn't quite work out. Tapioca on the 6th level now. AaronDobbe back to the start. And ThatOneGuy, oh, is gonna do the super ninpo to finish off the boss with low health.
Nice.
Stage 5 is like 1.5 stages behind Tapioca now. Made up a little time, I want to say. But this 5th stage is long. You can see having to switch cats a lot for this dirt section. Tapioca busts out Swim Cat for the swimming section.
Okay.
He swims faster than the other cats.
I mean, I would be disappointed in Swim Cat if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, he's completely worse than all the other cats in every aspect except for this one thing. I think there was a health refill that was just a little bit off screen that Tapioca didn't see. So it's going to be going into the boss fight with 3 hearts and level 2 Ninpo. But you can just kind of punch the hell out of him and it works out most of the time. And I feel like all the players are just being super aggressive on all the bosses, which is what I think they should be doing. So I think this should work out okay for Tapioca. You could punch the bubbles as well that come out. Low health boss kill for AaronDobbe in level 5. Going to be joining Schrammbles halfway behind him in level 6. That one guy trying to find the ladder to get to the boss of
Tapioca
stage
is about
5.
to game over.
Oh no. Back to the start of stage 6. I think that one guy is going to die to the boss of 5.
That's too
Really
nice.
don't see the kill coming, especially with just a shuriken.
Oh, perfect dodge. Never mind.
There it goes. But has a life, has this checkpoint, can get this Ninpo. I included a tip. Yeah, here we go. That one guy goes back, the Ninpo comes back, and you can get level 3 Ninpo. And this is absolutely worth it. That one guy actually doing it to clear out some enemies. This is fine as long as you can pick up an info refill, but I don't know if there is one between here and the boss. So Tapioca redoing the stage. Schrammbles, I think, just punched the heck out of that boss and is now the leader of the 4 players on screen. He's on level 7. Which has another screenshot note about it. In this case, it's to guide them through a door maze, where they need to pick door number 4.
Cool.
Yeah. That one guy... No, that's not the ladder he needs, right? I don't think so. There is this part with this ladder. I didn't want to have more screenshots than was necessary, so I didn't include anything about, like, you want to take the second ladder. Like, basically, pretty quickly you figure out some of these ladders just lead to health, which is probably a good thing anyway. And then the one in the middle progresses you through the stage. Boss fights on the right side of the screen. Tapioca, again, did not have the health to handle the boss, but has a checkpoint from at least partway through the stage this time.
I'm very worried for that one guy.
0 lives, 1 heart. Has level 3 Ninpo, but has already used it up. Oh, is timing the shots to slash the projectile that comes out. Oh, boy.
Dodge. Oh god. Spikes.
Good dodging. This boss is almost dead. It is dead.
That's
So clutch.
Yeah. Tapioca is on 1 life.
Yeah.
There's a world where Tapioca game overs again.
Uh-huh. And that one guy is on the same level.
Yeah.
There's the second ladder for Schrammbles. AaronDobbe joining Schrammbles in the 7th level. Schrammbles sees a pit. I never fell down there. I think it takes you back to the first screen before the ladders. So Flycat's a good idea. Here's the door maze. You want door number 4, but Schrammbles is going to grab some Ninpo to get the level 3 Ninpo first. This is a good idea. All the other doors just take you back to the beginning of the screen, essentially.
Cool.
Yeah.
That one guy is popular. It's Discord message.
AaronDobbe's turn to figure out the ladders. 2 hearts for Tapioca. Having a lot of trouble with this boss.
I feel like he's been on this boss for so long. Gotta be dead at some point.
I didn't have much trouble. Like, okay, there it is. I was really aggressive on this boss. Like, I stood in the middle of the screen and just punched at him.
That one
brainlessly.
Guy. That one guy... Oh no, that one guy probably intentionally.
Yeah, well, got through at least some of the stage, I think, and then maybe when it started to go bad. But is 1 level behind. There's 11 levels in total, so I wouldn't say that one guy's out of it. Got kind of a tricky boss fight that Schrammbles is fighting. Is only vulnerable very briefly. Schrammbles doesn't the 30 hertz flicker or whatever is preventing us from seeing the boss start to teleport in. You have more time to react than it looks like.
I thought Schrammbles was like Nostradamus.
Yeah. But did beat that boss first try, so very good.
Last stage?
Takes the wrong ladder again. This is...
Because in the pastebin it has 8 stages. Like, description for 8 stages, which doesn't necessarily mean much.
There's 11 stages. So there's a heart up there. If you get that heart, you gotta kind of go all the way back around, and it's bad. There's some Ninpo up there, which is good. If you want to use Flycat to get to it.
Seems like the kind of game where there's a translation.
I didn't really even consider looking for one, maybe. Yeah, so down 2 ladders is one way to get through this stage. There's at least one more that I know of. I don't know which one's better or faster or whatever, but this one was just kind of the easiest to tell the players where to go. Also, this one pops you up in the way where you're most likely to continue going the right direction after you come out, which is to the right over here.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like it would be weird if players went left there. But if you take the other route, you'll come out and maybe see that ladder and then maybe go down it and then you're going backwards. Here's a boss. Schrammbles has got a ton of health, so should probably just stay up there and slash him in the face a bunch. Sure enough, there it is. This will absolutely lead to a kill long before Schrammbles is anywhere near dead.
Yeah, you got 10 HP.
Yep. Level 7 started for Tapioca. ThatOneGuy on level 6 died and still has an extra life approaching the second half of the stage. Wait, this is level 8 for Tapioca. AaronDobbe's still on 7 though. So has fallen a fair bit behind Schrammbles. Oh, Tapioca's gonna get the health. I don't think you can go back through that platform. There's no down jump to fall through it, and so you just gotta go all the way back here. I guess you get an info, and that's good. It's gonna try to go through the wall. You can't do that. You gotta follow, and then you gotta dig cat again. Oh, this awful enemy just keeps harassing AaronDobbe. Schrammbles on level 10, I think this is.
I thought it was 9.
I played through this game like 5 times or something, just like 4 days ago. I feel like I should remember, but I don't.
We shall see. Oh, it's a pimp. Good car.
I feel like there's a lot of things it could have been that isn't that.
What? You think?
It could just be like a nice mountain man.
Mountain man?
Yeah.
Look at his head.
Just out in his mountain shack, playing his guitar.
But he's in the robot factory.
Yeah, I don't know why he's here.
What was his name? Robot factory guy.
I don't know. Oh no, ThatOneGuy gets hit in midair and drops all the way down. Find some ninpo here, but that is a long way back. Does not have the health to be aggressive on this boss. Cannot get hit again, in fact. Still has an extra life, though.
Well,
Yeah, that was tough.
got completely zoned out in all directions.
You can attack and then turn around, and your attack hitbox will still be active and turn around with you. So he could have done like a cool turnaround slash on both those things on the ground. But I don't know. It's not the kind of thing that a player is likely to notice and then utilize in a blind race.
And also perfectly execute when it matters.
Yeah, in the high pressure situation.
Yeah.
But I figure I've got all this useless knowledge about this game after having spent hours creating this goal for it. Oh, ThatOneGuy gets knocked out of the air again. Still on level 7. Tapioca on
8.
boss of 8.
And I think AaronDobbe is also on the boss of 8. And I do think Schrammbles is on.
You might be right. Wait, does that mean Schrammbles lost to the mountain man?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
The pimp.
I thought for sure it was all wrapped up, so I started looking at some of the other players. But that was a really big setback, because this level has no checkpoints, I'm pretty sure. Schrammbles has level 3 Ninpo, And there's this heart here. Oh, uses the Nimpo, but that's okay. There's a Nimpo refill on the left.
Wait, did he lose? Doesn't look... This looks only slightly robot.
What does?
The stage that Schrammbles is on.
Oh. Yeah, maybe this is the next stage.
Oh yeah, apparently I know nothing.
Yeah, okay. This is stage 10. This is a double boss fight. So yeah, Schrammbles is going to burn all his Nimpo and beat this phase, and then be surprised with a second phase and have no Nimpo for it.
It's a blue dragon.
I mean, he's red?
Oh, I mean the other one.
Oh, the second one.
Oh, it's a chicken.
No, it's a big robotic chicken.
Oh, it shoots these fire bars. Which game has... Is it Zelda 2? That has fire bars like this?
Lots of games do. The flame shot in Mega Man 6 makes a little tower of flames just like that. Well, that was a fantastic second phase from Schrammbles.
That's 10 cleared. There's one more to go, maybe.
Yes,
If
this
you
is
say
definitely
it's
the final stage.
Okay. That's really
And
fast.
it's very short, too.
Is there
and the
no...
boss, you just kind of jump up and slash him a bunch,
I mean,
and he can't do anything.
with every boss so far.
Yeah, so I expect that's a strategy that Schrammbles will discover and employ.
Schrammbles is currently employing getting hit a lot.
This clam sucks so bad. You can't just get past it. He's
He lost 9 HP.
oh my god.
Oh god, he's
Oh, this thing's coming.
What the hell?
This girl might get him.
Oh,
Yeah.
the girl like picked this exact spot. Oh yeah, this is where I want to be. My attack is gonna be OP.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like spiders in nature or whatever, where they build their nest or their web in like the most optimal place to catch things.
Yeah, it was that girl.
So Tapioca is a 9.
I think so.
That one guy at the start of 8. 1 level difference. Schrammbles on 11. AaronDobbe at the end of 10 now. Well, halfway through. Maybe not even. Maybe is actually very close to the start of 10. Alright, with 7 more health than last time. Schrammbles now. That one guy going the right way in stage 8. There's some Ninpo down there. I think it's the only Ninpo in the stage, and in order to get it, you have to use Fly Cat to get back out, or loop around and do a bunch of the stage again. It's like Schrammbles opts to pick up just one. Pretty low on health, but I think it's possible that Schrammbles will kind of discover what to do. Here's the final boss. This could be it. If you let him get these dive hits on you, that's obviously bad, but you can just kind of keep slashing at his hitbox, and you hit him before his dive comes out, and then that prevents him from diving. And that's so Schrammbles is trying to play more defensive now, and this is just going to make it harder. I don't think he's going to get this kill. But I don't know. Maybe he can just clutch this out.
I mean, this boss is not really very threatening. This is all he does.
Yeah, well, he is pretty quick when he does dive, and it's double tap to dash. So if you mess up that input, you might get caught on the ground and get got by this dash. Oh, he's doing something else.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Never mind.
Yeah, this doesn't really change much.
Oh, you don't know which of them is gonna dive? Oh, it's just random.
Oh man, Schrammbles is staying alive, but is not getting hits in. Is this chance for AaronDobbe to pull a big catch-up? The last stage is not very long. But then again, this is still really early on in the 10th stage. 9th boss defeated for Tapioca. That one guy in the 9th stage. So half a stage behind up top. Schrammbles still trying to find the last few hits on the final boss. I can't even see the sparks that let you know that you got a hit.
Yeah.
But I think that should have been a hit.
That was one.
Oh, that was definitely a hit. Boss fight for that one guy. Just punching him with Flycat. A lot of the punch animations kind of go up, whereas your sword animation with the main cat kind of goes down. I don't know if the hitbox is actually different. I'm pretty sure the damage is the same. Schrammbles still alive. Nth boss for AaronDobbe. Has the Super Ninpo and only 3 health. Oh, I think he might have done the second Ninpo too quickly. I don't know if he got the damage from both of them. That's really bad.
Ouch. That's a Schrammbles died.
Yeah. Lots of players dying. AaronDobbe on the last life, and again, no checkpoints on stage 10. Getting into these swimming blocks that are in midair is pretty terrible when you're trying to jump into them from below. Tapioca wanted the heart, but gets sniped before they could pick it up. That one guy with the Super Ninpo in the boss fight lets loose twice. Only needs like 6 more hits or something to get the kill and has full health, so is going to be joining Tapioca on stage 10.
And Tapioca has 0 lives.
Yeah, lives don't really mean anything on this stage, though. I don't think there's any checkpoints.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, probably in front of the last boss, right?
Okay, so this is a 2-stage boss fight. If you beat the first phase and then die and then come back, the first phase stays defeated. So that does matter.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah. I don't know if they beat the first phase, though. It's 4 screens, it's hard to catch everything.
The one guy killed the first enemy and is now intentionally on the second enemy.
Yeah. Which would be a good play if that one guy had reason to think there would be checkpoints in this level, which is a reasonable assumption, but
yeah.
It doesn't take that long. And also, like I said, like the boss phases, like it might matter. Alright. Schrammbles did not get the level 3 Ninpo, so is going to be going in again with just level 2. And not too much more health than they had last time. And it seems like Schrammbles really didn't like what happened in the very brief moments that he tried to be aggressive on the boss. And is not going to try to replicate it even though they have all this health. They're going to try to just use these hits to ride out this slower strategy, which is a big window for AaronDobbe.
Yeah. Especially if he dies again.
So, 2 Ninpos, this dragon's going to go down pretty soon, and then Aaron's going to get the nasty surprise that there's a second phase. Schrammbles beat this second phase getting hit like once, I think, which was super impressive to me. I actually died on this boss. Oh boy, and terrifying all 4 runners, BMAC attack finishes in first, racing alongside. But you can see the fire does move where you are, so you control where it is. But it starts to get fast towards the end. Oh, I think Aaron can do this. Baits the fire out to get at least 1 hit. 2, 3, 4. Only a couple more and this boss is dead.
You did?
Close races all around. That one guy died in stage 10. Back to the start here. Tapioca on the final life And 1 health. Well, 2 health, I guess.
Oh, AaronDobbe runs into the boss.
Okay. And that was a continue, so that dragon is not gonna be dead. Has to do that again. Tapioca continues as well. Close race up top. Schrammbles gets the final hit. Doesn't know it, but that is the end. 36-23, the final time for Schrammbles. Close races all around.
And look at this cutscene. Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have no idea what the story is, especially because Samurai Pizza Cats, as we know it, is not at all what the story of the actual anime is. It's one of those things where...
Like Power Rangers.
Yeah, where they just completely redubbed it. Like they didn't follow the original script. They made their own story just based off of the visual of the anime.
Yeah.
This is a lot of hits being taken from that one guy. There is a heart pretty soon, though. If they can get past these enemies, which was pretty tough, that was a pretty nasty pattern. They may have been able to get to that heart. And if you really need that heart, you can get it twice. You can leave the screen, come back, and get it again. Which is something AaronDobbe could do here.
Okay, stop getting messages.
Looks like without Super Ninpo, and without that extra heart, AaronDobbe's gonna press on. Although, just to remind everyone, AaronDobbe is defeated, we can kind of compare how he's doing against the other racers up top, but his opponent was Schrammbles, and Schrammbles is already done. Oh, this boss fight is going so well for Aaron. Also, I guess the chicken stays dead even through continues? Or the dragon, rather? Aaron didn't even get hit. Perfect fight. Was landing hits from behind, like kind of jumping up into the bottom of the boss, using the hitbox to hit high, while staying just low enough to not get hit. Now this clam is just gonna ruin Aaron's day a little bit. You can slash the bubbles, which is the one thing that's not awful about them. Back up top. That one guy has 0 lives and not a lot of health. But again, there is a heart pretty close by if you can get past these enemies. You can also get that Ninpo twice to make sure you've got that level 3 Ninpo. So you can get this heart, drop down, get the Ninpo, come back, get the heart again. Yeah. Okay, gets the heart, but not the Ninpo.
You sound devastated.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the level 3 Ninpo is just worth it. It's just really good. The pace bend, what did I say? Main Cat's 3rd Ninpo hits full screen and does big damage. I don't know if I didn't want to say outright, like, you should use this on every boss. Like, I felt like I was being very explicit with a lot of the things in the pace bend already. But they really should use
So
it.
wait, if that one guy beats this dragon and the chicken, that's it, right?
He's ahead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because Tapioca is at the start. He's currently intentionally.
That one guy I don't think is getting hits right now. You need those sparks.
Yeah, it's going cling, cling, cling.
Yeah,
Which to me implies
there it is.
No damage.
So unfortunately, that's going to be the end of this attempt.
Well, oh, they're
busting out Punch Cat.
Everything goes shrink. This is free software.
What are we looking at?
What is
I need
Schrammbles
Samurai
playing?
Pizza Cats. I'm gonna have to hide this. Is that cat riding a rocket? This is genuinely
wrong
distracting.
stream. This one.
There is still a race happening. ThatOneGuy versus Tapioca. They've been so back and forth. I don't know if either of them knows enough about the boss such that the next time they get there, it's definitely going to be the win or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know.
And also, there's still level 11.
Yeah. With a boss fight that we saw, it took Schrammbles a long time, and I can tell you, if you just jump up and slash him, it's over in like 10 seconds. So
AaronDobbe
that could
just
also
died
be
too.
yeah, and died at the bottom of the screen trying to dodge the dive kicks, so not doing the aggressive stuff. I like the care from AaronDobbe, fighting all of these enemies, not trying to muscle past them, trying to preserve health. ThatOneGuy is down to so few health, and this screen is very difficult to not get hit, and gets hit. Tapioca on this very same screen with more health gets hit 3 times, but has the health to take those hits and get to the very important heart on the next screen.
Get it again.
Refill? I would. I don't know if Tapioca's been using that strategy, though.
I don't think so. Yeah, doesn't seem to know about it.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big advantage for ThatOneGuy, potentially. Alright. Tapioca... Okay, I thought maybe they were intentionally going to use Flycat's Ninpo, but no. It's going to mess up this dragon. Only a couple more hits to finish it off. Look how expensive Tapioca is being. Oh, you can slash the fire. Oh, that's look at the change in aggression as soon as Tapioca realized you can slash the fire. Nicely done. Speaking of aggression, AaronDobbe up top.
Slicing too late.
Yeah. Whoop. The boss just like doesn't do a dive
Yeah,
kick if
it
he
was
can't
like-
reach you up there.
It was like
Oh.
Oh.
Again, I didn't even realize this boss does this. Like, if you're just up there slashing him, he never gets the chance. Tapioca with, again, these players have found some amazing kills on the 10th boss. ThatOneGuy really had a chance to come back in this race, but it just got a lot harder.
Tapioca .don't.
You're not done. Undune.
Undune.
Dot undune. Oh, that's... Imagine how ThatOneGuy feels seeing your opponent dot done.
And then Undune.
And then AaronDobbe finishes and is like, what is going on? But AaronDobbe is indeed done. BMAC attack found. You can just jump in his face. Roping and slash him. Yeah. It's kind of a free win if you are willing to try to be aggressive. Which is what worked out so well for... Bun was racing against... Who was it? In Vice Project Doom. I don't remember, but Bun's opponent was more aggressive on the second boss, just crouched in his face and started hitting him, and was able to avoid shots that really didn't look like you should be able to avoid. Oh, Tapioca gets knocked into the Ninpo. But the health situation is very dire, and I don't think there's any health in this level. That guy's got Swimcat out here.
Swimcat OP.
Swimcat in the sky. Some nice jumps dealing with those enemies.
Can you just drop off the middle of that screen instead of using the ladder?
You can, but falling down the right side of this screen puts you like on top of two enemies and some spikes.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
kind of not
that's-
good.
I mean, he's got help.
That one guy with way more health than usual in previous attempts is able to pick up the heart, almost be full.
And 3 Ninpo.
Yep. Oh. It's gonna... Yeah, this is smart. Use Swim Cat to get the bell, to get enough flight to get up to the top right. Because I don't think they would have had enough. And I forgot that your health meter refills as main cat, so I thought I was kind of soft-locked until... I figured out that you can actually jump up into that swim block on the left with any cat, but it's super precise. And I was almost going to make a pastebin note about it, but instead I remembered it'll just refill. I made that a pastebin note instead. That one guy burned through. Oh, is I think going to defeat the dragon. Will he be able to defeat the second phase the way that the others were? Oh boy, getting hit by absolutely everything though.
Yeah,
Come on.
like...
Okay.
Oh, he's like, I did it, alright, time to relax, take a drink.
Oh no.
Oh, you get a bit of
get a
health.
heart.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Now if only you got full Ninpo.
Yeah.
Roller skating robot chicken.
It's taken a lot of damage, cannot get hit again for the rest of the fight. Other players were somehow able to pull this off. Can that one guy turn it on?
Oh, what?
Chicken moves in. Big hitbox on the arms.
Yeah, didn't even look like it hit him.
So that was a continue. I'm pretty sure that dragon was dead when another player continued in this race. So let's see. Tapioca on the final boss. Cannot get hit again. And does. So the window's still open for that one guy. More racers finishing one up with a 47-minute time.
And that's everyone, except for these two racers. That's kind of like, you start thinking, do I suck? Does my opponent suck? Apparently we both suck.
Yeah, and I mean, so obviously that's not helpful. To just be like, I must suck or whatever. Like, that's not going to help you, but you might... What am I doing wrong? What did they do to go so much faster that I'm not? Right? Is there something I'm missing? And it might cause reevaluation.
Okay. Maybe checking the pace bin. I guess this one's kind of long. But like, you could check if you missed some tip or something.
Yeah. And then, in this case, I feel like the only possible answer would be being more aggressive on bosses.
Maybe using the wrong cat.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder about that. Like, each of the cats has different ninpos for level 2 and level 3. So there's technically like 10 different attacks that... Oh, the heart! Did not get the heart. That one guy is trying to stay low to not get shot by this thing. Does get the heart and is gonna respawn it. That was very important to sort of have a chance and stay in this. Because this is the final boss that Tapioca is fighting.
That's a bad spawn.
Takes one hit. Can take one more, but not two.
There's one.
That one guy needs to respawn that platform. Oh, I never set it to 4. Yeah.
I forget it all the time.
That one guy is out of health meter. So it's gonna have to switch to main cat or figure out this very precise jump into the water. Possible. You gotta hit A at just the right time. Or switch to main cat and just let it regen a little bit.
Tapioca died.
Oh man. This is... It's close in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Tapioca was like 2 levels ahead of everyone else. How is this so close all of a sudden?
Also, that one guy, I was here for a long time before I kind of realized that I could jump into that block.
You just got intentional, maybe?
I don't know. It's gonna reset his ninpo? That's not good.
I mean, maybe...
Is looking for a bell or something elsewhere in the level? The pace bin is already so long. I didn't want to add anything else to it, but I totally did see this situation and thought about including some kind of note. And technically I did. Technically I said the help meter refills when your main cat... Maybe what I needed to do was add less info. Just so that the more important stuff was easier to find.
It's noise.
Yeah.
Oh look, maybe he can like jump using Fly Cat and then switch to Water Cat in the air. I mean Swim Cat.
Help meter is what you need to have all of your other... So if you are dashing, you get a bigger jump, but in order to actually do the dash, you have to stay going in the same direction. So that one guy's on the other side of the spikes trying to do a really big jump and clip into the water block to start swimming in it. Again, the thing they need to know is that you just press the jump button to swim right at the peak of your jump. I don't know if it's frame perfect or whatever, but it's very tight and you can just start swimming. The help meter is what your helper cats use to do their special abilities. That one guy is just taking a death. Very sad.
Tapioca on 2 hits left for himself. Not sure about the boss. Ouch, 1 hit. Oh, this is dangerous. Good spawn though. Oh, that's so many hits. If they count it, I don't even know. Bad spawn. Ah, but good timing.
Maybe I should have put it in the tips section.
Ooh.
I feel like... Maurice, when you look at a paste bin and it's too long or whatever and you need to find the good info, do you ever just like look at just the tip section? Like, does that jump out as like, this is probably the good stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna read through it and I make mental notes of what's important. I don't like make my own paste version of it or whatever. But I do remember certain things over other things.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. For your paste spin, like, all the stuff at the bottom no longer matters. So all of that is out.
Controls probably don't matter.
And then I guess I would mostly have tips open. Because controls are pretty obvious at this point. I've played the game for long enough. Cats, I've used all the cats, so I wouldn't look at that one. I would look at tips.
Yeah. It's in the cat section.
Darn. Main cat, punch cat.
These are not their names at all, by the way. I just...
I figured.
But I figure it's already hard enough to understand all this stuff. That one guy is back in this exact same situation, and... Oh, that was smart, doing a dash jump from inside the spikes. Using their abilities drains the health meter, which replenishes over time as main cat.
I mean, that's a confusing sentence.
Yeah.
Like main cat. Implying that's the name of the cat.
I named him main cat in the screenshot.
Oh yeah. Is main cat a girl?
No.
Oh.
The pink one is the girl. The boss is dead!
Oh, the boss is dead.
Tapioca has conquered him.
Yeah, we did it.
The trouble is that when you're main cat, it's the start of the stage when the meter's full.
Yeah.
And then you switch to other cats, and you kind of don't often go back to main cat after you've used them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a shame. If that one guy didn't get stuck there, I think could have had at least a small chance to beat the boss, and then maybe also beat 11. But it would have been really tough.
He keeps getting messages. They're not muted.
Well, now that both races have been decided, we can maybe talk to people. I don't know how people... I turned off Discord sounds.
It happens automatically. When I launch OBS, Discord automatically goes into streamer mode and is muted.
Yeah. I just turned off so much stuff. Man, this race was so close in so many different ways. Oh, that one guy found the little shortcut. So there he jumped up into that water block, like, perfectly. I think needed to do that same jump.
That wouldn't work for me. What?
It's very precise. I don't know if it's frame perfect or whatever, but there's the screen after, it's a little bit after that, where there's two bells and there's some water blocks that lead to one bell. And then on the right side, you need to use the fly cat and then switch to the punch guy, and he punches the boulder right before the boss. That one guy has been there with the help meter empty and couldn't get to either bell. And never figured out, A, that you could just barely get into the water block. And also doesn't realize that your help meter refills slowly as main cat, so could have just waited as main cat for a little bit. But didn't do either of those things. So that cost that one guy the chance to sort of catch you at the end. But you did have the lead for most of the race.
Surprised, honestly. I game overed so many times. I thought I was toast.
Yeah.
After like level 6, that water level with the stupid water boss, I was like, nah, it's over.
Right. There was a lot of racers in this race. And then the finishes started coming in that weren't you or your opponent. So I'm sure that must have been a little scary. So when you get a paste bin that is so long, what do you do to try to internalize everything it has for you?
Honestly, I couldn't. I had to pause several times to go read the paste bin.
So I did this paste bin. It was me. And I was like, it's so much, but I really didn't want anyone to like go the wrong way in a level and just start going backwards and lose like 50 seconds or something to some nonsense.
Like, one of the levels wrapped, apparently, you said in the paste bin?
Almost all of them.
That's
almost all of them.
Real weird. I would not. That's the kind of thing where I'd do like 6 loops, and then be like, wait a minute, this rock seems familiar.
I mean, I already had a game where there was a looping section, so I mean, I would have been fine. But when it comes to like, hi, I'm here by the way.
Schrammbles is here.
When it comes to like a paste bin like this, I mean, it is all about like compartmental. Yeah, taking the data that you have and just like choosing which parts of it are more important. And for me, I kind of prioritized all of the screenshots. Because I was like, this is giving me all the information I think I need.
Yeah, I tried to make the screenshots and the tips section the good stuff. Ninpo, I feel like you kind of get an inherent understanding of how that system works pretty quickly just by like picking it up. The thing I wish I moved to the tips section is that your help meter refills when your main cat slowly over time. It's tucked away underneath a screenshot somewhere.
I didn't have to worry about that because I pretty much played as main cat the whole time.
Yeah, Flycat's pretty good. Just kind of flying over enemies, it turns out, is pretty good.
I realized that near the end of the race, and I kind of felt like, oh, I think I blundered by not switching to Flycat.
Yeah. But most of you did the same thing. You know, you were like, I don't know, things are working. Oh, that one guy gets sniped twice trying to get to that heart. Everyone, I don't know, like it's slow to open a menu and the attack hitbox is different. And I understand the hesitance to spend all this time experimenting with something like that.
Yeah, I've been burned in when Mystery Funhouse used to do weekly blinds. I've been burned before by trying to experiment with character choice. So when a when a paceman tells me use this character, I just follow that to a T.
I did put in there that main cat's third ninpo does a lot of damage. I didn't spell out that like you should use this on every boss, but you should use that on every boss.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was some not so subtle, but maybe subtle hints at like, yeah, maybe use this on the boss.
I think, were both of you doing the thing where you would leave the screen and then come back and get the same power up?
Oh, I did not do that. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I think I remember seeing that in the pace bin, but just like I was breezing through pretty much the whole game that I felt like I didn't need to.
It's usually the best way to get to level 3 Ninpo in a lot of levels. Sometimes there's another one elsewhere that you can pick up, but sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's just the one.
Yeah, it was, to me, it was like the cost benefit of like, is this actually going to save me more time going out of my way to get another power up? Because when I started fighting the bosses, I kind of like noticed, oh, they're pretty easy, and you can damage race most of them, even without like the specials.
Yeah. Aggression on bosses, I think, was a big thing that really helped you out, the two of you out. You've got a lot of health in this game, and almost everything a boss throws out, your attack can just smash. So just standing there attacking a lot is sometimes pretty safe, and then also huge damage.
Oh, my heart is breaking for Tog right now.
Yeah. So Tog was behind the whole race, I think, but caught up in the middle. You guys are both on this 10th stage for like an amount of time. And then this one screen has been a problem on the past like 4 attempts or something. All right, here's main cat, and then there's the help meter slowly filling up.
Maurice with the spoilers in the race chat.
I knew it was long, but I felt like the screenshots were necessary at the bottom to avoid looping.
I agree. It's one of those things where it's just like, well, there's not really much else to do, because without it, this game is not acceptable.
Yeah, it was a choice between reject or this.
I honestly think you made the right decision. Because this game is super fun. This game
cool.
was a blast to play. And I can see like a speedrun of this game being amazing.
Well, it's a lot of fly cat.
Really well made.
Out.
I mean, yeah, I would assume it's a lot of fly cat, just flying over enemies.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun with it.
I can say one thing though. There's 2 cutscenes of blimps blowing up in this game.
That's the one thing left over from the original submission. But you're right, you did do that early done. I should have just put those 11 stages in there or whatever.
It should be, yeah, the last cutscene you cannot skip. That's the one you done on.
Yeah. I'm glad everyone noticed select is skip cutscenes. That's a weird button for that to be on.
Yeah, anytime I finished a boss, I was just mashing select.
That one guy got to the second phase of the boss, wasn't quite able to get it done. I think both of you had some really impressive kills on the second phase of this level 10 boss, the like robot chicken thing.
Yeah, I want to say there was a few times I think I was down to like one like half a heart, and I clutched out the kill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might have been at half health when you just like no hit that boss, but then other players had like 10 health and then just didn't get hit anyway. It was pretty wild. Like that little shortcut that one guy's doing. All right. That one guy is pretty far along with this race. And normally we stay and finish. But there's been another match all of a sudden. So Schrammbles, Tapioca, congratulations on your wins. Best of luck in your next match, and thanks so much for coming to talk to us.
All right. Thank you so much for the commentary and the restream.
Yeah.